Good morning guys and welcome to my first business video. My name is Josh, I'm 22 and I'm from the UK, and as you can see probably from the title, this is going to be my honest review of my first month starting my social media marketing a business. So you're probably wondering to start with why I'm sat on some random field, but this is where I start every morning. I start every morning with a walk to get my head clear and get me focused ready for the day of work. So I'm going to be bringing you with me today so you see what I actually get up to and sort of explaining mainly three things really. So obviously the first month's results, how the first month has gone, the first highs, the lows, and sort of just how I've won my first couple of clients and how the business is going for me to start with. So I'm going to be totally transparent with you and show you everything. And then I'm also going to be explaining a little bit about my story, who I am, sort of where I've come from, my previous businesses that I've run, and sort of my experience prior to starting this business. And then finally, I'm just going to bring you with me today so you actually see what I get up to on a day-to-day basis. So obviously I'm starting, it's just turned 7:30, I'm starting with this morning walk, and then we're going to head home now and get on with some work. So it's just turned 10 o'clock, I've jumped in the car now, I've just done my initial bit of work, just an hour or so checking emails, doing a little bit of admin, had some breakfast, and then now I'm going and heading off to the uni because I'm going to work there probably for most of the day because I don't like just sat in working on my own. So I'm going to work there with my brother's girlfriend. So once I get there, I'll get a meeting room and I'll actually explain sort of my results for the first month. So long story short, it's actually the second day. I started filming this video yesterday. My plan was to film the video at the uni, but it was just so noisy and loud and I couldn't film the video there. I then got back in the car and I was going to film the video in the car, but I filmed it, but I literally rambled on for 15 minutes and I wanted to keep this video quite short and concise and just provide value to you, you know, the key points that are going to provide value straight away. So with that, I'm going to cut straight to the results for the first month. And straight away, to be totally transparent, I've won 3 clients, potentially 4. The 4th is just sort of in the works and I've not invoiced them yet, so I'm not counting that one yet. So 3 clients solidly won on monthly retainers, so they pay me the same amount every month for the services that range from sort of content creation to sort of Facebook ads, a variety of different services. So if we talk about the past month, it's the 18th of October today. I quit my 9-to-5 working as an accountant on the 16th of September 2022. So we're pretty much exactly a month in now. So the results for the month, obviously 3 clients, I had 6 in-person meetings, I got all my website up and running, I had a really successful month. Definitely highs, definitely lows. It's not all been plain sailing, but overall a really positive month. So if we break this down sort of week by week of the first month, the first week was spent doing admin tasks, getting my website up and running. I'll put in some clips now of sort of how the website's looking, and I'll link it in the description if you do want to check this out. I also had to set up business bank accounts, I had to set up business email addresses, just all that sort of stuff. So I didn't even reach out to a single client for that first week. The key was just trying to make the business look professional. Week 2 was reaching out to businesses, mainly through cold email and cold calls. I will do a separate video on my strategy and how I won them first couple of meetings. And at the end of the second week, I had my first business meeting. I actually won the client. So that gave me a massive boost of confidence after 2 weeks to have already won a client. So I was really buzzing with that. And then sort of the other 2 weeks were the same, just sort of having meetings with clients, emailing and trying to get more meetings with clients, and then just trying to sign them up. So, you know, there's definitely highs and lows to this, where some days no one would reply to me, and then other days I'd get loads of replies and feel really positive. So, you know, I had days where I felt unproductive, days where I thought I'd done well. It was a massive mix. But overall, if I look back on the whole month, I'm pretty successful because at the start of the month I had absolutely nothing, and now I have a fairly successful business generating, you know, fairly decent amount of money. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not earning loads of money from this. I was probably on more money at my accountants, but it's sort of thinking long term. We're only a month in and all these are on monthly retainers. So as I grow, and obviously as long as I keep these clients, my income's only going to go up and up every month. But in that first month, I've managed to cover all my living costs, plus earn a bit extra, which I'm really pleased with. So that's sort of the overview of the first month. I am going to be making more videos going into specifics. If you do want to see a bit more like detail of what I do day to day, I've been making daily TikToks. So this will provide you with a bit more insight into what I do day to day. So go and check out my TikTok page. I'll link that below as well. Hopefully that'll be able to provide you with a bit more value than just this short video. But my camera battery is about to die in a sec, so I'm going to cut this segment short now, and I'm also going to talk about a little bit about me and my context to who I am and sort of my story coming up to this. So if you are interested in that, stay listening. As I say, go drop me a follow on TikTok, and I hope this video has provided some value to you. So the camera battery's changed now, and I thought I'd just give you a bit of context into who I actually am. So as I said, my name's Josh, I'm 22, and I'm from the Northwest in the UK. And as I say, so I went to school like everyone else, school, sixth form, so that's sort of the first 18 years of my life. Didn't like school at all because I was always desperate to have my own business. I was always sort of daydreaming about traveling, having my own business. I sort of at this stage, at the end of sort of sixth form, got into YouTube quite heavily, and I used to love watching travel videos of these people who are literally just traveling the world, making money, and it just seemed crazy to me. I also suffered quite badly with anxiety and stuff at school, which, you know, it made school really, really hard for me. So I finished school, didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to go to university because I knew I wanted to do business. So I just thought, I'm not paying to do a business degree because I want to set up my own business. Didn't really know what to do, so I worked for a year at Sainsbury's, so I was applying for loads of different apprenticeships and stuff like that. After a year in, I got an apprenticeship with one of the biggest companies in the Northwest doing accountancy. So, you know, at this stage, I was really excited for this. I'd watch Suits. I over-glamorized it in my head. I thought I'd be meeting with finance directors, you know, going on work trips away, all this sort of stuff. I glamorized it in my head and thought it'd be really, really good. You know, pretty much as soon as I joined, I was restless. I knew that it wasn't right for me, but I was sort of already started some qualifications, so I sort of stuck with them. So I ended up doing it for 3.5 years. And don't get me wrong, I learned a lot of valuable information from there. I learned how to speak to clients. You know, I learned how to be professional. I learned how to even just use Excel and do these small things which I didn't know how to do. It definitely was a very valuable 3 years of my life. But, you know, it got to this summer, and I just thought the time was right to actually quit and take the risk while I'm young, because to me, the risk of not doing anything was far greater than just sitting in a job that I'm not actually happy in. So I quit there this summer. Alongside, I should probably backtrack. For the past year, I was also running a side business while working as an accountant. So this side business was an events company I ran with one of my friends, where we hired out igloos for events and parties. I'll also put some clips in now so you can sort of see what I'm talking about. But I ran this business for the past year while doing the accountancy, which it was probably turning over between £4 to maybe £600, £700, £800 a month, depending on how many bookings we had. I sold that business this summer for a few £1,000s because I knew I couldn't scale it any further. So that's sort of where we get to today. And then, you know, obviously I've taken that risk and now I'm trying to start my own business. I plan on doing quite a lot of travel in the future. I want to get this business up and running so I can work anywhere in the world and be totally digital. I also have a real passion for making videos like this. I love making content, and I want to get into making a little bit more finance and travel videos. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't checked out my TikTok, I've literally been doing daily TikTok since quitting my job. So if you want a little more context into sort of what I get up to day to day, go and check out my TikTok because there's so much valuable information on there. I hope you found some value in this video. And as I say, do feel free to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and just drop me a message if you need a hand with anything, or you're thinking of starting this business model. I'm totally open to you just dropping me a message. I'm not some big YouTuber. You know, I feel like I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show that, you know, all it takes is a bit of passion, drive, and just taking a little bit of a risk. You will not know everything when you start a business, but it's just rolling with it and going with it and see what happens. But, you know, you watch some of these big YouTubers and they've got millions of subscribers, they're really wealthy, and you just think that's so unattainable. So I want to document my journey from now. Sort of, I'm going to be trying to make daily or weekly videos. So I'm going to document my journey from now, so you can sort of see from building it up from scratch. So I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to cut it now because I'm blabbling on again. But I hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching.